I went back home after the operation. I was hospitalized for like a week or so. And then I reached home. That's when my ex-husband sexually abused me. He raped me in terms like I did not give him my consent, and he forced himself on me. I could have protected myself, but at the cost of my leg, because I was completely bedridden and I couldn't move. But honestly, I never cried. I never went into this why me mode, or oh my God, this happened with me. Why me? I never did that. Even when I was being abused, I was like, okay, this is happening now. Tomorrow, it's going to be my day. I'm going to make my future. There was this so much of strength I had. Like, I was like, yeah, it's going to be over in a couple of minutes, but I have my future ahead of me. That was the thought I had. So I never had this thing, oh my God, I was a victim, or oh my God, this happened with me. I never thought about it, because I was like, yeah, tomorrow I'm going to live my life without this man in my life. And I fought for my divorce, and here I am, happy. And I speak a lot about it because marital rape in India is not a crime. It is still not recognized as rape in India. But very recently, I think last month, yeah, it was last month, the Supreme Court of India recognized marital rape in case of abortion rights. So what happens in India, if you want to abort, if you're married, your husband has to sign the papers too. But the Supreme Court said that in case if it is a married woman and it's a marital rape, the husband doesn't need to sign. So we have hope, we see light that our legal system is recognizing the term marital rape now. Soon things will change. So yeah, that makes me happy. So many of my students, they have opened up about their abuse in the class, because they know they have come to the class to share it, and then they have become my students. And I always maintain a safe space. When someone comes and they're like, I want to talk, I allow them to talk. It's like, I know, go ahead and talk. And so they discuss. So imagine a stranger comes and just shares his or her story amongst everybody in the class. Like, that's a sign of strength. And that is one of the reasons I speak more about it, so that more and more people can speak and they find strength and they move on with their life. So yeah, that is what. And it's all because of the practice. Like, as I said, I know I've started. Maybe I'm not there yet. I don't know if I'll go to that extreme of knowing my whole self. No, but I know myself. I know what are my weaknesses. I know what are my strengths. So when things go wrong, I really play on my strength, and that is what gives me the hope for future. And that's exactly what I did. And yeah, it's because of this practice, like being on the mat, discipline, working on your passion, working on your fear, working on the mental limitations that you have for yourself, working on your insecurities. That really builds up a lot of strength, physical, mental, emotional. And I got all these things from the practice, all from the practice.
That's quite commendable, Chandana. I am sorry that you had to go through that, but it surprised me, or it shocked me at your reaction when what you were thinking and how you saw your future ahead. And it's
yeah, like I so many
okay.
times there are women who approach me and they are like, they come, and when they say, why me? I was like, listen, if you want to come here and cry and say, why me? Then I'm not the person. If you want to come here and say, how do I move forward? I am there for you. Because if you keep on saying, why me? No matter whatever, how many times I give you an answer, or the way I answer you, it will never be your answer. You will never be satisfied. You have to move beyond why me and look towards your future.
Yeah, many times. I remember a friend told me that yoga many times, or really like the art of being alive. Many times it's not so much about why did this happened or why, what. It's not so much about finding the reasons as it is about finding the way forward.
Exactly.
And that applies to practice, like on your yoga mat, your daily ritual, but that applies to your life, to how you speak to yourself, how you handle yourself. This is part of self-mastery. You know, all this, my way to look at it, at least, all this asanas, all the postures, all these disciplines that we do, they are about collecting oneself. They're about mastery of oneself. It's like just running around like a headless chicken, or being the victim of fear or old stories, whatever. I mean, that's the easy way to go about things. And this is not criticizing anyone, but it's about, it's not going to take you far. It's really not going to take you far. It's not going to take you out of your problems, really. Just indulgent. But of course, when you go through something like you did, this is way easier, I'm sure, said than done. And so that's why I'm saying that your story is quite impactful, and you're quite commendable, a really strong woman. Thank you for sharing, for being so honest, and for being an inspiration. I think that's amazing, Chandana.
Thank you. No, my motive, my main aim of sharing my story is to let others know that there is a lot beyond our trauma. You know, we still exist beyond our trauma, and we can exist and live happily. So that's why I'm like, we like, I tell my family to, like, victimhood gets you nowhere. It's that will to live, that is that hunger to live, that's what's going to take you forward in life.
It's a zest for life, wanting to be alive.
Yeah.